I'm Chef Matthew. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most luxurious cuts we have, the American USDA bone-in prime ribeye. As you can see, ribeye is a very large piece, averaging 9 to 10 kilos per 7 bones in this kind of cut here. We have two different sides, and this is usually where the confusion comes in when people talk about my steak's too fatty or it's a little too lean. Ribeye has a little best of both worlds going on here. You have this side, which has 3 different muscle groups joined together, but it's all connected by heavy amounts of fat. Then we have more towards the strip loin side here, where you can see there's virtually just one center cut of beef. When we flip it over, we see we have a few bones that we have to take care of. Obviously the rib bone, which has been cut. So if you had this elongated, you would have a tomahawk or the short ribs. Here we also have the button bones. So I'm going to be cutting one of the steaks that are quite popular inside the restaurant, the 1.1 kilo bone-in ribeye with a French bone. First thing we need to do when doing this is we remove the button bone. This is where, had we taken it straight down, our knife will run right into one of these. So I'm just going to remove this. It's a little tricky as the bone runs in a couple different directions. We take our one bone and gently kind of guide it all the way through, missing the next button bone. This leaves us with a beautiful portion averaging about 1.2 kilos. We're going to trim down some of the excess and French the bone. Taking a chef's knife, you have the natural guide that comes up and around the steak, moving it down towards the bone. And then we just gently cut around the bone, down in between. And at the restaurant, we like to take this edge of the bone and gently remove that, so exposing more of the bone for a beautiful cut. So now we've got the bone beautifully French, we've got the ribeye, but here natural cooking occurs, so sometimes the fat cap will disjoint. We're just going to simply give this a beautiful tie, and then we'll be ready to pan sear. Part of what makes our steak so delicious at the cut is we know how to season, and with such a large piece like this, you can't do salt very gently. You have to really put it on there. We're using large flake sea salt, and we want to show you, just do a good coating over the entire surface of the steak. We turn it over, get some of those bits from the side, and then give it a good press. You can see the little indentation where the button bone was. We're not worried about that because once we start to render and start to cook that out, it will disappear. So when you're done seasoning, press, do a little reshaping. We're ready to sear.